Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on commands for fire at will and hold fire for the allies. So these green characters are my allies, and by default fire at will is enabled. So let me call them to follow me, and once they see the enemy they start showing, they open fire. That's because by default fire at will is enabled. So let me restart, and here I have set up two inputs: star to enable fire at will and numpad slash to hold fire. So I have enabled hold fire now for all three characters, and if I ask them to follow me and move here, now you see they are not shooting the enemy because they have actually seen the enemy, but I have given the hold fire command, they are not shooting. But if I give the hold command, see, now they start firing immediately. Okay, now they're shooting. Now there is an exception to this logic. If I have enabled hold fire, but if the allies are compromised by the enemy, then in that case, even if the hold fire is enabled, they will shoot at the enemy. Currently hold fire is enabled. Let me call them, so they are not shooting. But if I make a sound, the enemy will turn this way, and now see, now they have started shooting. This guy is shooting. That's because the enemy has seen him. He is compromised by the enemy, so that's why they start shooting even if I have told them to hold fire. So that's the exception. So this is what we are going to work on today. And here, this is the behavior tree, and here we will create a new decorator, and also I'm going to introduce this fire at will and compromised blackboard keys to control this behavior. So I will explain in detail shortly how to implement that from scratch. And before we get started, I'd like to remind you, you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects that I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. Once you become a member, you can download anything without a limit. And this is a part of this Unreal Engine third-person shooter series. There are 343 episodes in this playlist. So I have explained all the things that I have done up to this point in detail without anything omitted in the playlist. Everything is there, so feel free to check it all out if you are interested on implementing this system from scratch. And yeah, let's get back to today's episode. Alright, so to test the fire at will for allies, let me first put an enemy into the level NPC. By default they will be an enemy, they wouldn't belong to my faction. So I'll set the free roam radius to 0, so they will not be moving around, so only my characters, my allies, will see the enemy. And if I play, and if I command my allies to come to me here, now you will notice as soon as they notice the enemy, they start shooting. Okay? So that means by default they are firing at will. So what I want to have is an option to command them to either hold fire or fire at will. So if I open the behavior tree, this part shooting, this is where the shooting is controlled. So first here I'll add a new key, fire at will. I will control this boolean to make the AI characters to the fire at will or hold fire. And also I will add another boolean, compromise. So the reason to add this variable is even if hold fire is activated, if they are already detected by enemies and getting shot at, they should open fire. So that's the way I want them to behave. So to know that, I will use this compromised variable. If they are compromised, even if the fire at will is not enabled, they will shoot. Okay, so how do we control that? So here for this shooting, this is where the attacks happens, and after they are detected, after the AI detect an enemy, this part will execute the attack behavior. So here I need to add a decorator to check if fire at will or compromised is enabled. So for that I need to have a or condition, but I'm not sure if I can do that with this one of the default decorators. So no problem, let's create a new decorator, pt decorator. Can I attack? Okay, now here let's override perform condition check AI, and we need to check two keys, fire at will blackboard key. Let's change this to a blackboard key selector, fire at will, and compromised. Okay. Oh, they shouldn't be local variables. They should be other variables accessible from outside. So okay, now once I make them visible, I can assign the key blackboard keys when I call this decorator. So I'll get the fire at will value, get blackboard value as bool. This is also as bool, and if any of these conditions are true, I need to open fire. So now we can use this decorator here, add decorator, pt decorator, can I attack? Here I attack. Yeah, that's more clear. Okay, now if I test, you would see that even if the enemy detects me, he will not shoot. Contact! See? That's because by default this fire at will and compromised is both are false, even if they are enemy NPCs. So what I need to do is I need to set the default values. So let me open the LSAI controller. Where are we? This is not relevant. Here, okay, here. This is where I set initialize blackboard key values. Okay, maybe we should collapse this part. Initialize blackboard values. Okay, now here I can get blackboard set value as bool, and I'll make literal name. So the default value for fire at wheel, I'll make it true. Here, true. Now they will again start shooting at me, and we don't need to set the default value for the compromised because it should be false by default. Oh, why he is not attacking? Alright, I don't think I assigned the keys here. Yeah, fire at will and compromised. Oh, I forgot to assign them before when I test without initializing the default value as well, but yeah, now it's attacking. Great. Okay, so what's next? So now all we need is a way to control the fire at will variable, and also we need to update the compromised variable. And where should we do that? Let's first start with fire at will. I think I set the test commands in here. Yeah, so I was using num plus for follow me and num minus for wait. So before keys we need the way to set up a interface event in NPC manager. So not an interface, just a function, regular function should be enough. But in CLM BPI controller, here let's add a function. We already have this set AI command. I'll add a new function, set fire at will, and also I'll add a function, set compromised. Set compromised. I think I should have assigned a category for this. CLM BPI. Yeah, that programmatically that would make a difference, but it would be better for organization purposes. So here set fire at will, I'll add an input fire at will. Okay, and set compromised. For now I just only need a way to make it true, so maybe I would need an input. Let's see about that later. Okay, now in the ALS AI controller here, commands, set fire at will, and just like here, I need to get the blackboard. Convert to a validated get and set value as a bool and make literal name fire at will and set the command like this. Okay, now we need to call this interface event from our NPC manager, because that's how we would give commands to all the allies at once. So let's set a new function. Set team fire at will, and we need input fire at will, and we have the team members here. We can run a for each loop, and on each element we can get AI controller and call set fire at will interface event with the given value. Okay. All right. Now we can call this function from the animan. So I'll use numpad star to enable fire at will. Get team manager, check if it is valid. If yes, set team fire at will true, and similarly I'll use num dash or backslash to disable fire at will. Okay, now let's test. Let's command follow me, and here as you can see, oh, they are already shooting. Yeah. Okay, now I'll first press num slash. Now I pressed it, you don't see that, and I'll command him to follow me. So they should not fire if I'm correct. Yeah, they are not firing. What if I press star? And if I press backslash again, now they are not shooting. Oh, he's already dead. Okay, let's wait for them to shoot and press slash. Press slash. They're not shooting, but the other guy is shooting. But if I press a star again, they are shooting. So that means I can control their firing behavior. But the other thing is, even if I tell them not to shoot, if they are already compromised, they should shoot. They should open fire, because otherwise not shooting does not make sense for AIs. It's not logical. Okay, so how do we do that? Where should we set that? So this is the part where AI characters detect other AIs. So here, if I open this set focus, behavior tree task, this is where we set the new target for shooting. That means this, where is the behavior tree? That means this locked actor, this is where we set it. So when we do that, on this target itself, let's call not like that, let's call this is actor get air controller and set compromised. Okay, that would notify the other character that they have been compromised. No, I didn't implement this behavior as I remember. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't. So that's not a command. Set compromise. And just like here, I need to set the blackboard value compromised. Set value as a bool and compromised 2. And instead of adding an input here and calling false again somewhere, I'll add a timeout like this. Let's add a retriggerable delay and let's say 3 seconds. If within 3 seconds we were not compromised again, I'll set this value back to false. As I have added a retriggerable delay, we don't really need this. As this is a retriggerable delay, every time that this set compromised is called, this timer will reset. So as long as the character stays detected by at least one of the AIs, they will keep the compromised value true. If not, after 3 seconds it will become false. Okay, now I'll command them to follow me, and I have pressed slash. That means even if they detect the AI character, they will not show it. Okay, now I'll make a sound so that the AI enemy will turn to this way. And now my characters is starting to fire at him. That's because even if I haven't enabled them to fire, they are firing. That's because they have been compromised. So yeah, go, and he's dead. Oh no, it's not dead. Okay, So that's what I wanted to demonstrate.
Move out!
I don't think they are seeing my character. Yeah, so, and they start firing.
Move out!
Okay, and to again see the difference in contrast, while fire at will is already enabled, you will see, and then immediately start opening fire. Okay. Alright, so the system is working, and I think next time I'll work on some UI part where which shows currently the active commands, if fire at will or fall fire is enabled, and if they are following the leader, or if they are holding the position. So that's to show those parts. I'll add a simple UI. And thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And see you in another episode. Goodbye.